Hello you guys, welcome to another video. Today I am doing a huge clean with me. Today I kind of am just cleaning throughout the day, but I had some bigger projects that I wanted to get done more than just my normal daily clean and tidy. So if you need some major cleaning motivation for some bigger projects in your house and you want a longer cleaning video to clean along with, this is a video for you, so keep on watching. So first things first, I am going to start in the bathrooms. This is normally where I start at the beginning of the day after I get myself ready, but I normally just do a quick little tidy. But today I wanted to deep clean both of the showers. So I'm taking off the shower curtains, spraying down the showers, scrubbing them really, really well, and getting the curtains, the shower curtains and the bath rugs into the wash immediately first thing in the day to make sure it can all get done by the end of the day, because I have other things that also need to get washed today. So I'm just going to be scrubbing. This is my kids' bathroom that I'm starting with. I'm scrubbing this down with the Method Daily Shower Cleaner and the Scotch-Brite Shower Scrubber that I love. It really saves your back for having to reach all the way down and like all far across the shower. I'm just scrubbing the whole thing down from top to bottom and giving it a really good rinse with hot water. I skip this in my kids' bathroom a lot of the time because they don't shower. They are 3 and 10 months old. They don't shower. They just take bubble baths. So normally I just kind of keep this cleaning down to the bottom section of the tub, like really just the tub part, not the shower. But every now and then, you know, you obviously need to do the whole shower just to keep on top of things. And we are also going to be having guests soon, so it's nice to give them a totally clean slate. I'm also going to scrub these little shower caddies down, or these shower shelves that I have. These are just stick-on shelves that I got from Amazon. I really, really love them. They have held up really well, and I'm just going to scrub these down with that same Method shower cleaner and this sponge that only belongs in this bathroom and does not clean anything else. After rinsing everything down with super hot water, I'm just going to wipe down that outside section of the tub with the Clorox wipe just to get it refreshed. And my kids actually do touch it a lot, so I want to get that nice and clean. And then I'm moving on to the sink, just kind of putting things away that need to be put away, rinsing off this disgusting toothpaste that my toddler has. It got really messy, and then I'm going to scrub out the sink with some Dawn Power Wash, or actually it is the Gain Power Wash. Love this. I love the way it smells, and of course it cleans amazingly. So I'm going to scrub this out, rinse that down with some really hot water as well, and then give the countertops a wipe down with those Clorox wipes as well. And then I am also going to empty the trash, refill the toilet paper holder and the little canister that holds the extra toilet paper in here, and clean the toilet. Not sure I got everything on camera. I was a little bit scatterbrained this morning, but I at least got it in the other bathroom. But I did the same process in both bathrooms basically. So for the toilet, of course, I clean the inside with regular toilet bowl cleaner, like the Cling Blue from Lysol, and then I spray the entire outside, like everything, the seat, the top of the seat, under the seat, the whole outside. I spray that down with Clorox disinfectant, and then I wipe that with either paper towels or just some toilet paper. If I use toilet paper, I just flush it down the sink. Or if I use the paper towels, I'll put it in the trash and then immediately take the trash out just to keep it as sanitary as possible. I don't really want to worry about using one of my cleaning rags or my microfiber towels and then having to disinfect it. I don't want to worry about that, so I just use something disposable when I'm cleaning the toilets. did not have the best angle in this shower, but I did the shelves and realized I wasn't really in frame, so I just went ahead and cut that out. But I did do the shelves in here. They're a little bit more intricate than the other bathrooms, so I do those separately, and then I do the walls of the shower in here and the whole base of the tub. And of course I wipe down the outside of the tub in here as well. Nobody really touches it, but it feels like in the bathroom, because of the steam and everything, that dust just clings to everything, because it clings to that condensation that is on everything after you take a shower. So you just have to wipe everything down in the bathroom all the time. But anyway, after that, of course, doing the same thing, scrubbing out the inside of the sink and wiping it down with Lysol wipes, and cleaning the toilet as well. I also needed to take out the trash in here and refill all of the toilet paper. So I wanted to get that all freshened up and looking amazing, and of course smelling so much better. And then when I am cleaning the bathroom rugs and the shower curtains, I just use my normal laundry detergent plus a decent sized scoop of the OxiClean versatile powder. It's like the best thing for cleaning stuff that's super dirty, getting out any stains, getting out any smells. It is incredible. I love it so much. Like they really need to like put me on their PR list or something, because I use it all the time for my cleaning rags, towels, shower curtains, kids' clothes. It is incredible, the OxiClean powder. It just works like a charm. So I'm just going to wipe down the countertops in here and get everything finished up and get those things thrown into the wash, because I still have to go through this whole day taking care of my kids. I am just kind of cleaning around whenever they let me have a chance, whenever they're sleeping, whenever they are playing by themselves. I just take a second to clean, and that is what you guys are seeing in these videos. Some days I do get like one good hour during nap time or one good hour at the end of the day where I'm completely uninterrupted, but there are also a fair amount of days where it's like this, where I pretty much just clean when I can. So after scrubbing out the toilet, I also like to spray my scrubbers down, like the toilet scrubbers, really, really heavily with that Clorox disinfectant as well, for pretty obvious reasons. And then I just stick that right back in, soaking up all of that disinfectant, and finish off cleaning the toilet. After the shower curtains and bath rugs are out of the bathroom, this is the bathroom's completely refreshed, redone, looking so good and being spotless, disinfected, and clean. Gotta love it. Now this is towards like the middle of the afternoon. Both of my kids were napping and I finally got another chance to clean. So I'm just going to be tidying up the living room a little bit. I need to wipe everything down, the windows, windowsill, coffee table, TV stand, with the Miss Meyer's multi-surface cleaning spray. And I do just use this on my glass. I'm a little bit too lazy to grab two separate cleaners, but I've never had a problem with it leaving streaks, so that is just a plus for me. I always have to use something like this because I always have fingerprints on my windows or nose prints from the dogs, so I need something a little bit more heavy duty. And then I'm just going to fix my curtains all nice and cute and start picking up toys and fixing up the couch and vacuuming and doing all those things you need to do during like a normal reset. We're going to vacuum my couch today. This is the thing that I skip the most when I'm just doing a normal tidy, but like I said, today I wanted to do a little bit more of a deeper clean in some areas and just go that little bit extra mile. I was kind of getting ready to have guests. We are actually having guests just over to our house the next day just for funsies, and then we also have family coming into town in the next couple of days. So I was kind of doing a deeper clean for multiple reasons. We're about to have a bunch of guests, and you know, that's like the time that you like to deep clean and have everybody feel nice and fresh and comfortable when they come into your house, especially also because normally, at least with me, when I have family come and stay with us, I'm not doing all the normal cleaning that I normally do because I'm trying to entertain my guests and hang out with them and see family. So I'm probably not going to be cleaning as much while they're in town, so it's nice to do a deep clean before people come, especially for us. We are originally from Texas, me and my husband, and all of our family lives there, and we now live in Wyoming. So when they come to visit, it's usually for like 2 weeks at a time, and that is a long time to go without your normal cleaning schedule. So I always try to deep clean the house before we have guests. For that reason, it just gives them a nice clean place to come into, and it's better to start with a deep clean house if you're not going to clean every day. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get a little bit extra done this day just to prepare for that. I'm also vacuuming off this fan because it really desperately needed to be dusted. And then I am moving my dogs out of the way because I need to get to this floor. The one thing that I didn't get to was actually mopping, which, you know, it is what it is. That can be skipped. I can just do the floors separately, like the next day or whatever, but I just did not have time to mop, which is kind of rare, but at least I had time to vacuum, which is a plus. That is the living room all refreshed. I did not want to take time to mop because I really needed to get into the playroom. It was kind of a disaster, and you will see it in just a second. It was just kind of one of those days where I got takeout for lunch. As you can see, I actually got Jimmy John's delivered to my house, and there's just so many snack wrappers and bowls and dishes and all sorts of things down here. So I really wanted to get in here and get this refreshed before the end of the day. This is still during nap time, and I knew that both my kids would want to come back down here after their naps, and I did not want it to still be a disaster because, you know, if you have little kids, it almost behooves you to clean because if there's stuff everywhere, they're just getting into everything. Like, especially my little baby, he will get into anything. He will try to get to that Jimmy John's bag and rip it to shreds and have paper everywhere and like a gross oily sandwich wrapper everywhere. So it just is better to get it refreshed if you have the chance. So I decided to skip the mop and move on to the playroom. I'm just trying to get all of the trash out of here, and then I'm going to come back around and pick up like dishes, take all of that upstairs. I needed a couple trips upstairs. That's how many snacks and wrappers and dishes were in the playroom. It's just, you know, it just gets like that sometimes. So I'm just taking that all to the kitchen or the trash, wherever it needs to go, and then I'm going to come back and pick up all the toys and give this room a really good vacuum. If you are totally new to my videos and my channel, hi, my name is Lauren. I am a stay-at-home wife and mother. I have my husband, 2 kids, and 2 dogs here in Wyoming. We are not originally from here, like I mentioned earlier. We are originally from Texas. We moved here a little bit over a year ago for my husband's job, and we are absolutely loving it. We are very outdoorsy, so Wyoming was the perfect move for us, and we have just been having a total blast. I have a 3, almost 4-year-old and a 10, 11-month-old. Both of their birthdays are in November, so they are just about to turn the next age, which is so exciting. And we have our 2 cute little puppies. We have our 5-year-old girl, Aster, and we have our 2-year-old little boy, Ruger. So fun and cute. And like I said, I am just a stay-at-home mom. I love to make videos for you guys. I love to cook and clean and decorate. And on top of that, I like making videos. So I thought, why not just make motivational videos for other people and have our own little YouTube fam, our own little community on here, and you guys absolutely make my day for watching my videos and subscribing and commenting. So thank you so much for clicking on my videos, and if you subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions for me, you can always leave those down below in the comments, and I always have my Instagram, my TikTok, and my other YouTube channel linked in the description bar as well. I have this channel that's kind of all about mom stuff. Like I said, cleaning, cooking. Sometimes I upload vlogs if I do something really cool with my kids that I think, you know, it'd be cool for y'all to do. Like when I uploaded my vlog about taking my son to the Jurassic Quest situation, I'll upload stuff like that. That's kind of more kid related. But I do have another channel that's all about self-care. I review skincare, hair care, makeup, shower routines, all that kind of stuff. And I do more personal vlogs just about me, like spa days and stuff like that. So once you are done cleaning, if you also like a little bit of self-care or you need a little bit of self-care motivation, you can also head over to my other YouTube channel and watch all that kind of stuff over there. So thank you guys for watching. We are moving on to vacuuming this room really, really well and going over everything twice just to make sure there's no Cheerios or crumbs or anything like that left on the floor. And then I'm going to spray everything down with some Miss Meyer's room refresher and move on to the next room. Now that the playroom is nice and refreshed and it's a little bit later in the day, I was going to start dinner, and I remembered that I've been getting a couple of requests to include more dinners in my cleaning videos, so I wanted to try to do that today. So I'm making a really, really simple sausage and potatoes. I love to do this. I was doing this on a Friday and was kind of doing like a fridge clean out because the next day on a Saturday we were getting ready to go to Sam's. So we go to Sam's once a month and get like a huge grocery haul. So my fridge was looking very, very bare, and I was just kind of throwing this together, but this is something where I know I always have this stuff in my fridge. So I just have 2 chicken apple sausages, 2 russet potatoes, some garlic, and I believe I had like half an onion and 1 bell pepper. As long as I have potatoes, a bell pepper, and some kind of sausage, I can make this, and it always turns out so good. You can use any sausage you have, kielbasa. I'll even make this with breakfast sausage sometimes and have scrambled eggs on the side, a little breakfast for dinner situation. It is so, so good. And normally I would do like 4 potatoes and 4 sausages and just make it big enough to have leftovers. But I didn't even have that. I only had 2 sausages. So I kind of halved my normal recipe, but yeah, usually I do 4 sausages, 4 russet potatoes, and 1 green bell pepper, and then you can season it any way that you like, whatever you fancy, basically. I kind of do it a little bit differently every time, but this is what I did today. I just have some oil. I did put onion and garlic in here, and I just added some paprika and Worcestershire sauce and some buttery chicken seasoning from Kinder's and salt and pepper. And I am obsessed with Kinder's, so I just love all the seasonings that I've tried from them, so I always try to get their new stuff. So they had these new like seasoned oils that they came out with, and I got 2 of them at the store the other day. This is the Parmesan herb, but if you don't have this, I would say just add some Italian seasoning and maybe some cheese at the end if you have it, but it was really, really good. Like I said, I season this differently every single time, so it really is just up to you, just to your preference or your family's preference. So I just kind of mix that all together, make it in one flat layer, and then I always add a little bit of butter to the top, and then I put it in the oven on 375 for about 30 minutes, and I stir it halfway through. And that is that done. It is so delicious. It makes great leftovers, and it is just a really easy meal that you probably already have everything you need for. So that was dinner tonight, and while that is in the oven, I was going to clean the kitchen. It's one of those perfect meals, and if you can see, my husband cooked the night before, and there was just grease splattered everywhere. He was searing some pork chops in like pork fat, and pork fat just splatters everywhere. I had already scrubbed off the stovetop so that I could make breakfast and lunch for my kids, but it was still all over the microwave and the cabinets above my stove and the counters. It was absolutely gross. It was just everywhere. So since this needs to bake in the oven, our dinner for 30 minutes, that is the perfect 30 minutes to take to clean the kitchen. I kind of love those dinners where it's like a set it and forget it situation in the oven, because I always tell myself like, okay, while that's baking, don't sit down, just do something for 30 minutes. And that's your little cleaning timer. If you don't have a dinner like that and you're watching this to get some motivation, you can just set a timer on your phone for 30 minutes and do what you can. And I promise you will get a lot more done than you think you can. So I'm just clearing off the island. I wipe that down really well with the Miss Meyer's multi-surface cleaning spray, and then I move on to loading my dishwasher. It was already empty, thank goodness. So I just had to focus on loading it. My husband tries sometimes, if he wakes up early enough, he will sometimes unload and reload the dishwasher, which is like a total lifesaver. But even on the days like this where he only had time to unload it, it is so incredibly helpful, because it just makes me take less time. It takes probably like 5 to 10 minutes to unload the dishwasher and put everything where it belongs. And on days like this, that is immediately cut out. I just have to start loading it up. And you see me talking to my baby, and then I was talking to my husband because he had gotten home. So yeah, I was just cleaning all throughout the day. So you're going to start seeing maybe my kids run around, maybe my husband poke in and out of the frame here, but that's just real life. He got home and I was telling him all the things that the baby did today, good and bad, you know how it is. And we are doing baby-led weaning with our infant, and I was telling him how many things he eats. He is such a good eater, and on this day in particular, I had given him just a strip of that bell pepper when I was cutting it, and he just ate the whole thing, just chomped it right up. It was like, it really like surprised me. It blew me away. It was incredible. So I am just chatting away through that. My husband's going to go take the baby to change his diaper and hang out with him, take him off my hands, and I'm just going to continue loading this dishwasher. I'm also just going to be hand washing some items as I go. If you couldn't tell already, the dishes were kind of overflowing. The sink was completely full and it was spilling over onto the counters. So I'm just kind of grabbing and going here. I just, you know, if it can go in the dishwasher, it goes. If it can't, I'm going to hand wash it really quick and just work my way through the pile. Sometimes I save all the hand wash stuff for the end, but it was just a little bit too chaotic to be doing that. So I'm just kind of cleaning as I go here. So while we're here together washing a bunch of dishes, I feel like it is the perfect time to gab and have a little story time, because I have had quite the October so far. So on my other channel, I did a story time a little while back about my crazy neighbors calling the cops on me and lying to the cops. And I mentioned in that video how the neighbors on the other side of me are kind of crazy in their own way, but they don't ever like bother us. Well, not that they're really bothering us now and calling the cops on us or anything, but there's just a lot going on over there. So when we moved into this house, there was a really sweet couple with really young kids over there, and I was so excited. She was also a stay-at-home mom, and I was like, oh my gosh, perfect. But unfortunately, they were literally getting ready to move to a completely different state a month later, and they were fixing up their house, and it was just like constant construction noise of them fixing stuff up, which is fine. It's perfectly understandable. I was so sad to see them go, but they moved out and this other couple moved in, and they have lived here now for almost exactly a year, or maybe a month short of it. No, it's a year and 1 month-ish. They moved in like August of last year. And oh my gosh, for that entire year, it has been nothing but drama over there. I'm not going to get into like all the specifics. I actually have like a friend of a friend who knows them personally, so I kind of have like some insight on things that are going on over there, and some of it's actually kind of sad. So I'm not really going to get into like the specifics of everything that I've heard go on over there, but basically for the last year, the cops have showed up at their house like every 2 weeks for the whole year. It's just always something going on over there. People moving in and out in the middle of the night. Like, we've woken up to U-Hauls at 3 a.m. banging around. We've woke up to cop cars in the middle of the night. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm here during the day. Cops over there during the day all the time. Like, I am not exaggerating when I tell you, I think once every 2 or 3 weeks for an entire year, there's cops over there. And sometimes it's like really crazy because like 10 cop cars will show up at the same time. It has been wild. Okay. So whatever's going on with them over there, something changed. They're moving out. And so we were kind of thinking like, okay, hopefully like everything's fine and we get, you know, some regular people that move in and there just won't be cop cars all the time, right? Well, the people who bought the house are running a haunted house business out of the house. So there's more construction noise, and now there's going to be screaming, and they're keeping the doors open until midnight. Yeah, so I kind of have just traded one crazy for the other, or like one annoying for the other, I guess. So I'm not sure if they're running it year round yet, or if it's just going to be for the month of October and then they like sell the house or something to someone else. But as of right now, they are tearing a bunch of stuff out of the house. I'm guessing to refinish it and redo it, but they're also putting up like crazy Halloween decorations outside. They practically built a wall between our houses and put like sheets everywhere. It looks absolutely insane, and I don't want to say insane in a bad way. I think it's fun. I think it's great. I am just like hoping that it's just for the month of October and that they're not running like a scary haunted house or one of those like locked rooms or whatever that they're called, mystery rooms, out of it the whole year. This is just a really regular, normal neighborhood that I live in, and I do not think that me with my 2 very young kids and my baby that's under a year old are going to be very happy with people screaming at the top of their lungs until midnight, as well as some of my other neighbors I know that have called the cops on our previous neighbors before for being too loud in the middle of the night. So it's just continuing to get interesting over here. Let's just say that. We're doing this last little hand wash item. We stopped and had dinner, and it was incredible as always. I love this sausage and potatoes dinner. It is so easy and always so good. And then I decided I needed to clean out the fridge. This is another bigger job that I obviously don't do every single day when I'm tidying. But like I mentioned earlier, we were going to Sam's the next day, so I really wanted to make sure I clean out my fridge. I clean out my fridge basically anytime we're going to get groceries. I do some smaller shops, you know, if we need something throughout the time. Obviously, we only go to Sam's once a month, and it's hard to sometimes judge exactly what you need for the entire month or whatever, or you need like fresh milk, you know, a week or 2 in. So I always try to clean out the fridge at the very least right before we get groceries. Obviously, you kind of want to be doing it maybe more often than that if you see something in there that's gross, but it's just one of those things that I honestly forget to do. So getting groceries is my little reminder. So I'm just taking out everything that needs to be thrown away or anything like that. So that stuff that's gone bad, obviously, that just needs to get taken care of. And I'm also going to wipe down all the shelves in the inside with half water, half vinegar, just to have it nice and clean. You know, there's sometimes little spills in there, and it's nice to just give it a little refresher. And I don't really like to clean the inside of my fridge with anything else, because vinegar is like, it's okay to eat. It kills germs, it cleans stuff, cuts through grease and oil. So I think it's a great thing to clean the inside of your fridge with. So I'm just going to wipe everything down, and then to save you from watching even more hand washing, I had 6 containers come out of the fridge. I'm just going to hand wash those off of camera and move on to the rest of my kitchen for you guys. Did also wipe down the entire outside of my fridge with that half water, half vinegar. It is my absolute favorite thing to clean and shine up my stainless steel with. I've tried stainless steel specific cleaners from the store, but honestly, I just feel like they don't work that great. They have all left a really weird residue on my stainless steel, so I don't really bother with that. The half water, half vinegar does the trick. It doesn't leave any streaks or film, and it cleans really, really well. And now I am moving on to my sink. I'm doing a little bit more of a deep clean in here in the sink because I happen to have a lemon. I don't always do this, but I had a lemon, I had to use it. My husband had zested it the day before when he was cooking, but he wasn't going to use the inside, so I figured perfect time to use it. I just put some baking soda in the sink, and I put half of the lemon down the drain for the garbage disposal, and the other half I am using to scrub the sink with. Baking soda and lemon will pretty much get anything off of anything. So I'm just giving this a very, very good scrub down, kind of squishing that lemon and letting the lemon juice come out. And then once that's all said and done, I'm just going to put that right down the sink, and I'll run the garbage disposal to get that lemon in there, cleaning everything off and getting it nice and fresh. And I'm going to rinse down that baking soda really, really well with super hot water. This will leave your stainless steel absolutely spotless. No food, no watermarks, shining, glistening, and no bad smells in that drain. And of course, after that whole scrub down and rinsing everything like I always do with all of my stainless steel, including the sink, I'm going to spray it down with that half water, half vinegar that I was talking about, and wiping down the entire outside of the sink. I normally don't do the inside, but I figured why not just shine it up, make sure I didn't miss anything. So I also wiped the inside of my sink this time, but 99% of the time I just let the half water, half vinegar air dry in there, and the vinegar will help it dry streak free with no spots. It's amazing. So after that, we are finally moving on to that disgusting counter and cabinet monstrosity. I am taking a hot wet rag and some of that Miss Meyer's cleaning spray and going to town on the counter, on the front of the stove, on the glass stove top, on the cabinets above the microwave, on the face of the microwave. I had to get everything off. It was so bad. I told my husband, like, okay, if you want to cook with that pork fat, by all means, it tastes delicious, go ahead. But you're going to be responsible for cleaning, because it was like dripping off of this cabinet up here. It was grossing me out so bad. And I had just deep cleaned the kitchen. If y'all haven't seen my kitchen deep clean, I will link it right here in the video, but I just deep cleaned my kitchen, feels like a week ago. So I was like, oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? I was so like, not really irritated, but just like, of course that would happen. Of course you would cook with that a week after I deep cleaned the kitchen, you know? That's just how your husband has great timing. Like right after you deep clean your bathroom, he also decides to shave his beard. It's the same situation, but within the kitchen, you know? So I'm just scrubbing everything down. You'll see me go over stuff multiple times because it was just on there thick, and I wanted to make sure it was completely off. And then once that's done, I'm going to finish off, of course, all the other counters, and I even did a little bit of the cabinets down here on the bottom because there were splatters on those too. And that will finally be this kitchen done. It was kind of a disaster in this kitchen a little bit. So it's a little bit of a disaster cleanup we have going on here, but it is what it is. There's days like that. Sometimes things can get bad really fast. You would never have known by looking at my kitchen today that I had just deep cleaned it a week before. And that's just life. Also went ahead and wiped down the wall behind the sink as well, because I noticed some splatters on there, and that must have been from hand washing this absolute mountain of dishes that you see on my countertops. And after that, that is the kitchen completely finished, disaster contained here, disaster cleanup over here, all done finally. And as you can see, it is dark outside, it is late at night. I'm gonna shower and go to bed. If you are still cleaning with me, I have an entire playlist of all of my cleaning motivation right here on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, comment, or subscribed, thank you from the bottom of my heart a million times. It absolutely makes my day. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.